Hello, friends and family. This is Gina with Hope and Cope. Thank you for joining me today. I want to just tell you just a little idea that came to me. Right now, we are in the 4th of July season. We are just a couple days from our Declaration of Independence Day, and I've been giving that some thought. And when I was a child, for some reason, I thought that we fought for independence, and then after we won it, we created this Day of Independence. It wasn't until I was a little older that I realized that we declared our independence, and then we had to turn around and fight to make it a reality. And that many of the signers in that Declaration of Independence knew that they had crossed over a line. They had declared their independence, and it was going to be, they were going to win or they were going to die. And, I don't want to make this too drastically, like we're going to die. But I just wanted to say that that is how a Declaration of Independence works. You declare it first, and then you really have to get in the battle and make it happen. So we don't get to just declare it and it be. Sometimes maybe there's something you get to just declare and then now you're right and it's never going to be, you've won the war just by declaring it. But for the most part, we declare something and then we have to get into the battle and make it a reality. So, I'm sure that when those people declared independence, they could have never dreamed. I mean, they were going up against, I'm talking about our founders of this country. They were going up against the mightiest government, the mightiest army in the world at that time, I believe. At least I think that's what I learned in my history books. And so they had a big battle to fight, and they did not know how it was going to turn out. They did not know if they were going to get their independence or not, but they declared it, and that set in motion this huge war for independence. So I just wanted to share that with you to think, and you know what? They fought battles and they lost battles, and they fought battles and they lost battles, and they fought battles and they lost battles. They lost a lot more than they won from the way I remember history. I didn't go back and refresh my memory before I made this, but the way I remember my history is they lost a lot more than they won. But they won some very important battles and strategic battles, and did eventually, of course, we know, prevail. So I just wanted to say, just because you declare an independence, declare anything, whether it's an independence or not, just because you lose some battles doesn't mean you're not still in the war to win. You have to just keep at it. You have to keep your faith about those things and be persistent. That's how you win, is you be persistent. And I also wanted to say that, for somebody, a Declaration of Independence might mean a complete and permanent separation. It just might mean, and this is what I'd like for you to consider, that you're declaring an independence from being affected by someone else's lifestyle choices that negatively impact you. So that could mean just learning to live your best life in spite of someone else's life. And we've got lots of videos. I've talked about how we can love them in spite of the way their choices affect us, and that everyone does have the right to live their life according to the way they want. We can try to help them and guide them and encourage them and accept them. We can do a lot of positive things to help them to find their right path. But I want you to declare independence from being devastated by someone else's lifestyle choices. Now, for me, those of you that have been following this channel, it's the alcoholism of my husband. But we also know that there are lots of lifestyle choices that people make that affect us negatively. And we just have to learn how to be realistic about life and to have our best life and in spite of someone else's choices. So, hey, declare independence and then go out there and fight for it. Don't give up. Don't give up. If it's worth declaring, then it's worth fighting for. And fight for your fight for your independence today so that you can have your best life. And I hope this encourages you. declare it and then fight for it. Don't give up. And I hope you have a great holiday. If you're seeing this in the holiday season, a great summer. And until next time, I want you to know I'm praying for you. And if this little bit of encouragement would be a blessing to someone else, please share it and subscribe. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.